guys, for positive and refreshing content, do subscribe to my channel Divyanshu Damani and click on the bell icon to never miss any updates.
I am the only girl to start my adventure career at the age of 10 months. The nature has accepted me. You have to, तड़सते. Scariest incident which happened to me, आपको डर नहीं लगता क्या? If you don't get that motivation from within you.
You want some water or something?
No.
Yeah?
No.
You want a tissue or something?
Sorry.
I have sacrificed a lot of things in life.
I used to participate in all those spoon and nimbu wala race.
Yeah.
What is up, dreamers who do? Welcome to this episode of the DD Show, where we have insightful conversations with interesting people. For today's show, we have someone very, very special. We have India's youngest mountaineer, whose mission is called the Mission 7 Summit, which is to climb the highest peaks in all 7 continents of our planet. She is the youngest person in the world to climb Mount Elbrus, which is Europe's highest peak, at the age of 13 years, 8 months. She is also having a lot of other accolades in her bag and has climbed a lot of other peaks, which if I go on listing, will probably be 20 minutes into the episode already. Let's welcome Jaahnavi Sriperambuduru. Did I spell that right?
Yes, you have spelled it right.
Was I the first person to spell it right?
Yes.
So Jaahnavi, let's take your story from the top. Let's
Okay.
take it from the beginning. How did it all start? Where did the passion come into play? What's the story behind the mysterious mountain girl? I want to know it all.
Okay. So basically, as you mentioned, yes, I am on my mission to climb the 7 peaks of the world. But basically, before I getting into mountaineering, I can say I was introduced to the sport when I was 10 months baby.
Okay.
It was my father who got me introduced to the sport. So he took me in a specially designed backpack where he got himself stitched, and he took me in his shoulders.
Okay.
He took me to various mountains, various peaks to see whether I am responding to whatever he's giving me the exposure to. So because I seen all the videos and the photos which he's captured at that time, so he keeps telling me all his stories. So that is where my journey actually started on.
At 10 months.
At 10 months. So I can say proudly that I am the only girl to start my adventure career at the age of 10 months.
Awesome. 10 months.
My father has started on.
Yes.
So he used to conduct various treks back there in Hyderabad, because I hail from Hyderabad. So he used to conduct many treks for school students, because he always had that enthusiasm of being in adventure sports and giving that to people, because he always liked sharing more than he experiencing, because the experience which he had, he loved to share. So he used to encourage children, encourage teachers, everybody to come on for the treks. So by then I was already his assistant. Like, I used to guide people, I used to maintain the entire group.
What age are you on? I mean,
That time,
yeah.
I think I was like 2 or 3 years.
And you were already assisting your dad
Yes,
then?
yes. So my father has already taught me like how to tackle with reptiles, and how to make your own way when you are new to that place, and how to maintain a huge group. So I liked being a leader, because I knew I am capable of something. So I used to my father used to take me. So that time जो पापा बोलते थे वही मैं करती थी. So that was all how it started on.
Okay.
But then till 8 years I lived a normal routine life. Like, I was going on to school, I was into many activities, I had
And you were
many
learning how to
hobbies.
fight reptiles.
Yes.
The only question that keeps hitting my mind is, how did your mom allow it?
My mom was very supportive.
Okay.
So one thing is because she had trust in my father, because he's got a very good experience in everything and he's got knowledge about it.
Yes.
Until and unless you don't really know what to do in that,
Yes.
nobody would actually allow you to.
I want to talk a little bit about the Mission 7 Summit.
Yes.
What's it all about? How did the idea come about to climb the highest peaks of all 7 mountains in all 7 continents of our world. What was the story there?
So this was like when I was when I was 10 years old. So I was like, I would regularly research on the net. I would surf the net on mountaineering, how many people have climbed, how many people have climbed Everest, when, what, how, why, and everything. So I came across this mission known as 7 Summits. So my father, he always says yes for anything I say. So that is one thing which I got the biggest support for whatever I have achieved so far. So the first peak, it just happened like we planned, and I actually don't remember how it actually started on, but then I only remember that my father said, before you go on to the 7 summits, we'll go on to a small test. So that test, when I was 12 years old in 2014, he told me that we'll go to a place known as Ladakh, and I will give you a small test. So if you pass that test, we'll go on to the Mission 7 summit. So we went. I was training by then. Like normally the physical fitness was going on, and I went to Stockangri, that is the peak where my father's tested me. So there I have summited, I come back. So that is where my actual life began.
When you were at that particular age, when I was at that particular age, I only used to think about कि गली cricket में toss कौन जीता, या was that an out or not, or one tip one hand, and all of that. I never ever thought at that point of time of doing something so unique. So what's the drive that came into you and the determination that came into you that really got you going?
Okay, so what I feel is when my father took me for the high altitude treks, so I started realizing that the nature has accepted me.
Okay.
Because once the nature accepts a person, you get some kind of drive within you that you want to do something. You get that, force from within you that, I want to do something different and unique. But all this also matters about how much support you have, how much encouragement you have, and how much you have convinced yourself that you want to do that.
Right.
How much your mind and heart is saying that you want this. You have to, tadaste. So it has to come from within. So that is what I felt, that whatever I do, like even my father would keep telling people, like there was one live interview which was going on. So I had to climb a normal sports climbing wall. So once I climbed and came back, the reporter asked me, "Aapko dar nahi lagta kya?" So I said, I spontaneously asked him, "Wo kya hai?" And then on the live interview, my father, after coming back, he's saying, "How come your daughter on the live show, she asked, what is fear?" So my father said, that is how I brought her up. So once you have something known as fear within you, you cannot do anything.
I want to know a little bit about your daily routine, what you're eating, what time you wake up, what's the workout schedule, your eating habits, all of that. What's that like? What's a normal day for you like?
Normal day is, every day is a normal day for me.
Okay.
But then my typical day starts around 5 o'clock in the morning. I train rigorously for 2 hours in the morning. So normally my father is my coach, but I also have a fitness coach. So he is Mr. Nagapuri Ramesh sir. So he is a Dronacharya awardee, and he has actually been like a very big support for all my climbs.
Right.
So once I've known him and the way he has trained me and everything, so I go 3 days in a week to him for getting my fitness training. The rest of the technical aspects, like related to mountaineering, my dad takes care the rest of the weeks. But 3 days in a week I travel to him. So it is like from my place where I stay back in Hyderabad, is like 50 kilometers to the stadium and back 50. So you can say 100 kilometers a day in the morning. And then my training is done there. And after coming back, I rush back to the school because yes, education is important. I recently graduated 10th last year.
Okay.
So I'm done with my 10th.
Oh, that's
And I've successfully done my 10th
The
grade.
board exam?
Yes, I've done that. Thank you. And after coming back like 4:30, I take an hour's rest or half an hour's rest. And then again I go back for 1 hour or 1.5 hour to 2 hours training again in the evening. And then I come back, freshen up. I have my studies. I do like a little minimal studies, whatever is required for that day. I have my dinner and whatever extra work is there, like talking to people or responding to the mails and all that. And then by 9:30, 10, I have my dinner and go back to bed.
The physical training, I understand, would be there. I want to understand the mental training that you go through. What's that process like?
So mental training, my mind has been conditioned from the time of 10 months.
Yeah.
So that is how I...
So the mental training, so do you do anything every day?
Yeah, so
meditation?
yes, so meditation is one important thing to calm your mind and get yourself focused on one thing.
Yes.
So I meditate every day. And the other thing is, when you look or when you talk about what you want, what you're doing every day, or what is your passion, what is your dream. So once you keep reading about it, once you keep visualizing of what you want to do, that is how your mind always keeps telling that this is next, what you have to do. So that is how I normally get my mind strong.
How do you actually balance between your studies and your mountaineering expeditions? People might have asked you this question a lot of times.
Yes.
But it's a very beneficial question for the audience.
Yes.
So I want to know what do you do there?
So basically, when we have a mission or when we have a goal, we need to focus on that thing. So how I managed my time is, I have sacrificed a lot of things in life. Being a teenager, I have actually sacrificed a lot.
I can imagine.
I hardly go out with my friends. I don't watch TV. I don't spend unnecessary time on the television or on the computer or anything like that. Rather, I focus more on how better I can be, or how well I can perform in my next expedition, or reading, or as I said, I have my other hobbies, like I go for classical dance. So I to get myself free or something like that, I get into painting, to calm my mind, because every time I cannot be doing the same thing. So time management is very important. So once you start managing your time, everything sets into place. So I have my time for training, I have my time for studying, I have my time to do the extracurricular work. So that is how I actually got the title of Mysterious Mountain Girl. So this girl is doing everything at the same time. How is it possible?
How is it possible?
It's just about how you manage yourself, how you manage your time. Because time, you cannot get it back. So nothing you can get it back unless you...
That's one thing I fear, I fear time. I fear
Yes.
time moving by and me not doing anything in my
Correct.
life. If there's one unproductive day, I'm like, oh man, what just happened? You've developed your soft skills really well. You're a motivational speaker as well nowadays.
Yes.
When did you start then?
I broke my shell of getting out and speaking into public in the year 2014, after I've climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. That is when that was a chance given to me, that when I have received one of the Young Achievers Award, so that is where I was given a chance to speak on the stage. So my father just gave me 4 points, because I never really used to talk much. Even if you go back to my school days and ask my teachers how was Jaahnavi in class, I would never participate in any kind of debate. I wouldn't participate in any kind of activities when it comes to talking.
It's unable for me to believe you when you're saying this.
So it is just that opportunity when you need to grasp.
And you've started doing this full time?
So basically now why I'm going out for talks is because mountaineering is an expensive sport.
Yes.
So through this I am raising my own funds and going on to my peaks. Because I do not have any kind of financial support till now for whatever peaks I have done.
So Jaahnavi, if someone wants to probably help you in financing these trips, how can they go about that?
So I have an online gateway, so that is support.jaahnavi.com.
Okay. What's been the most scariest? I think you must have been asked this question probably. What's been the most scariest incident in your entire career?
So the scariest incident which happened to me in my life was in 2015 when my father was diagnosed with last stage of cancer, lung cancer. So he is battling with last stage of cancer right now, and it's 2 years since he is fought and he's still fighting. So that is one of the tragedy I can say in my life which happened, because my father has always been a support for me, and all of a sudden this news comes out and I'm completely off. But then he only told me that let anything happen, I am always there with you till you finish your mission. So that is one thing which keeps driving me, that he wants to see me successful in life, and he wanted to make me a weapon for the society, so that everybody is inspired not only by seeing me but inspired by themselves. Motivation, yes, everybody gives motivation. There are thousands of motivation speakers, but if you don't get that motivation from within you, you will not. You put so many speakers around you, you go for every day a motivational class, nothing will pump you up until and unless you are pumping yourself up. So that is one scary moment which happened to me in my life, because we never dreamt of anything like that, because he was such a fitness freak, he was active, everything, and all of a sudden this comes out.
And your father, I know this, that he's given his all.
Yes.
To bring you up and to support your expeditions.
Yes.
Your treks.
Yes.
All of that.
So as I mentioned, all the 4 peaks were self-financed. Yes. So we have sold out everything we had, and now we do not have anything left to be sold out to continue my next expedition. So we have nothing left, but we don't deny anything like that. We don't regret, because we will get it later.
You will get it.
I will get it.
And I know a lot of people will come forward to support you in this journey 110%. But I want to understand what was your reaction when you got to know about it?
I was blank. I didn't know what to do. I was completely clueless. My father told me that he's going for some kind of X-ray. Normally he was severely coughing, so my father's friend said you need to go for some kind of scanning. So he found a gland. So after that they went for some kind of test, and so they got the reports that this is a stage 4 cancer and it is in a metastasis stage. So metastasis stage is when you cannot operate and remove the gland. So it needs to be cured by radiation or chemotherapy like that. So I didn't know what to do, because I was clueless. What can I do? Though I knew it, I couldn't help anything. I couldn't do anything. You just need to accept that. That's it. And more importantly, you need to give that energy to him so that he can fight for that.
I'm proud of you. I am. I mean, although I'm in no stage to say this, but I'm really inspired by you at this point of time. That's one hell of a clarity that you have in your mind.
My father has lived, he has stopped living himself for the last 5 years. He only gets his energy by looking at me, that's it.
The strength that you possess, it is immense. And you're going to do immensely beautiful things in the world. And you are going to make a dent in the universe. And let me tell you that.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah?
No, I'm fine.
You want a tissue or something?
It's fine. I'm sorry.
No, it's absolutely alright. I get some tissue. Sir, I'm so inspired by you, sir. I am very, very inspired by you. It's an honor for me to sit with you. I am also an emotional person.
You need a tissue.
No, thank you. It's good I didn't go for makeup this time. We move to our next segment, which is called the Book Talk segment. Basically, we'll be asking thought-provoking questions in a rapid-fire mode.
Okay.
Are you up for it?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like the energy. The first question, Jaahnavi. If you were a mountain, which one would you be and why?
If I was a mountain, I would be Kilimanjaro, Mount Kilimanjaro.
Okay.
And why? Because I because I'm a dormant volcano, and people would love to watch how the volcano was.
A
Dormant volcano, and
Right.
there are different terrains to reach.
Right?
So people have, like, whoever is interested in geography or environmental, people are excited to learn much
Yes.
about me.
Okay. Good answer. Second one, what's the one thing you keep telling yourself to keep going, keep climbing?
Yeah. So what I keep telling myself is I am capable of this, and when I want to, when I'm not able to go in the front, the only thing which keeps coming in my mind is the sacrifices I made, the sacrifices my dad made, and the people who are waiting for me, so that they believe that this girl is going to come out with achieving something.
Right.
So I don't want to let them down. So these three things are the major things, and I tell myself that you can do it.
Third question.
Yes.
One value of yours that you inculcated from your father.
Okay, this is tough. One value, there are actually many values. So the first and foremost thing is whatever you're doing, you either do it 100% or you don't do it. So that is one thing.
That's the one value.
Yeah.
Alright. Fourth, if you would write an autobiography, what would it be titled?
Autobiography, what would it be titled?
No Mountain Too High?
No, that is already given.
Okay.
A Journey of a Mysterious Girl.
Okay. Fifth one, what do you want the world to remember you as?
A girl who has breaken or overcome the gender stereotype.
Okay.
Or what I mean to say is has broken all the barriers of something extreme.
Right.
That is one thing.
Alright. What's your favorite quote?
Quote. Okay. Adventure without risk is Disneyland.
Yeah. What's the worst thing about being a mountaineer?
Being a mountaineer. Waking up early in the morning for training.
I get it. What's the best thing about being a mountaineer?
The best thing about being a mountaineer is you just be you.
Last question. Where do you see yourself at the age of 20?
Where do I see myself at the age of 20? Cloud. I don't really know.
But you were thinking you will be retiring by the age
Yeah,
of 18.
but I don't really focus on my future because I want to live in the present.
Awesome, yeah.
So I don't want to break my head of what I will
Yeah,
want, what
I
I
get it.
have to become.
I get it.
So just go along with the life's flow.
Good answers, yeah. I loved it. We'll move to the next segment, which is my favorite segment. It's called the fun segment. The next game that we're going to play, it's a very simple game. For the people who are watching, it's a very simple game, but it's actually not. We have to put the gems according to the color in each of the 7 glasses. We've got a certain number of gems. I think it's 50. The rules are we can only use one hand and the other hand will be at the back, and we can only put in one gem at a time.
Okay.
So are you ready for it? And
Yeah.
it's a competition.
Yes.
But remember, you said that you're not the competitive kind. I hope you take care of that. Anyway,
Okay.
so are you ready?
Yes.
Everyone ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, sorry, I put 2.
That's idealistic. I think 50 is a lot. I think I put the wrong
I
one.
put the wrong.
The biggest problem is
Ayo, again I put the wrong.
the
the biggest problem is with the red and the blue. I used to participate in all those spoon and nimbu wala race.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of memories from there.
Done.
At a loss of words right now. But good game. I hope you had as much fun as I had. So that was fun, Jaahnavi.
Yes.
Both the games you won. We don't have any gift hampers for you.
That's fine.
I mean, but
But being on your show is one of the biggest gift I can take it. So
Thank you,
thank
I'm
you
honored. That
thank you
was
so
staged.
much.
that wasn't staged. Thank you so much. I'm truly honored.
Jaahnavi Sriperambuduru's story is an inspiration for individuals of all ages. Her drive, focus, and determination is something that moved me and has allowed me to do so much more. She has an aura of positivity around her, and she shows that अगर आप अपने गोल को पाने के लिए तरसते हो, then nothing can stop you from being the person you wish to be. Jaahnavi says, be fearless and take over the world by storm, because there's great things that you're born to do in this world. Simple.